Yeah, I heard you like, I was watching your stream the other day, and you were talking about, you're like fiending for chicken and potatoes, but I missed the conversation before it.
I've been eating a lot of chicken and potatoes, yeah.
Like just straight up plain, like a...
No. This has been bothering me. I don't know where I think it's just a generation raised online. That they assume if somebody is, like, does not list every single item that's on the food, they assume it's unseasoned. If I was 70 years old, there's a chance that might be the case. But the knowledge on seasoning is out, man. Everybody knows. Everybody's seasoning.
You got like a plain chicken breast. What are you doing?
It's not plain, it's seasoned, man.
It's pre-seasoned or you're seasoned?
I'm seasoning it.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking. What are the seasonings that you're seasoning?
A little salt, a little pepper, a little garlic powder or garlic salt, a little cumin, a little paprika. Just shake it on there. I know how it goes.
And then how do you cook it? You bake it? You throw it in a pan? What do you do?
Roast it on the oven like 425. Minimum of 18 minutes. Some of the thicker ones take a little longer. You got to use your judgment a little bit.
Do you fillet the breast so it's not like thick at one end and thin on the other?
No, I do think if you wanted to take the next step, you would butterfly the chicken breast so it cooks flat and cooks a little bit faster. But I'm cooking like 6 chicken breasts at a time, or like more ideally at a time. And then
you're eating 6 chicken breasts for lunch?
No, bro, I'm meal prepping the chicken breasts and then I'm portioning them out in the glass Tupperwares and eating them for lunch. I'm eating 1 a day for lunch.
One chicken. Okay, so 1 chicken breast, full breast.
Full breast, yeah.
Okay, and then a potato?
I was doing baked potatoes, but honestly, I switched to shoestring frozen French fries that I batch fry in the air fryer, which takes it to the next level because the baked potato, the baking was taking a long time because I was using the oven for the chicken to begin with, and then B, I mean, we're missing a little bit of flavor on the baked potato, to be honest with you. I know you got a good thing going, but have you considered air-fried fingerling potatoes? See, this is why you can't talk about food. You acknowledge that I don't want you to end the food, but you said, nah, but my advice is different. The problem is, it wouldn't be so bad if people would if they would first go, how is it? But they don't give a fuck how it tastes. They just want their suggestion to also be considered. And then they have the audacity to be like, I'm just trying to help. No, you don't give a shit, because if you gave a shit, you would ask how it tastes. But they don't ask how it tastes. It's like mouth. Nobody asks me how my day is. Everybody just says, what does the fox say? I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I was watching America's Test Kitchen videos, learning how to high roast a chicken when you were still learning to spell your motherfucking name. People out here going, no seasoning? He didn't say salt and pepper. He didn't say salt and pepper. Did he not put salt and pepper on his food before he cooked it? Stupid ass. Oh, damn. Nighthawks at the diner type shit? There's a storm brewing somewhere near depression and anxiety. You guys ever listen to Nighthawks at the Diner? It's just called Nighthawks. Hey, Robbo, I'm talking about the Tom Waits live album. I'm not talking about the painting. Hope that helps. My bad. I'm mogging everybody. What is this N1 internet culture, bro? You didn't get the reference. You're correcting my reference you didn't get? It's sad times on the internet these days, gents. Look at the state of my experts, man. It feels so good to riff on top of this jazzy little rhythm section from Rogue Jack 21. We got AI Miles Davis on the horn. Give him a toot, Miles. Not the first time he's heard that. We got Bobby F on the keys and the locks and the doors. I am feeling myself a little bit. The music got me, man. Turns out maybe there's a little magic in the music. What's your ramen game like these days? Oh my god, it's a double down because we have a 9 coming up, obviously. I will never cook ramen at home. It's one of those foods where I'm like, if I'm gonna eat ramen, I'm just gonna go out to a restaurant. They know how to do it right. Now, I'm not completely anti-instant ramen, but I don't really like it enough to eat it at home. And I'm not gonna waste my life trying to make homemade ramen that can compete with, like, you know, Dombo or something like that. I'm just gonna go to the restaurant once a month or something like that and figure it out. Use some Papa dough a day before it expired. It felt so good. Can I tell you guys the type of shit I'm on right now? You know I'm on my chicken potato right now, right? So I'm trying to get lean. Kate says, what do you want for dinner? Do you want to just do pizza? And I said, what about sushi? She went, how about pizza? She drove a hard bargain. I said, okay, I'll get pizza. But Papa John's, I know it was the tables have turned. The tables turned type situation. Papa John's, as I've discussed before, if anyone from Papa John's is watching this, please take heed to this. You have the worst non-pizza menu of all pizza chains on planet Earth. Other pizza chains, you can at least get like a salad delivered with the pizza. There is no salad at Papa John's. There's just other variations of pizza. So I said, that's all right. I'm not going to crash out about this. What am I going to do? I had 2 pieces of pizza, wrapped every other piece individually in saran wrap, put them in the damn freezer as soon as the meal was over, so I wasn't eating extra pizza out of inertia. And now, anytime that I can't do chicken potato, I pull a couple slices out of the freezer, put them in the air fryer, and that's that day's chicken potato. West Elm Caleb says there's no shot there's not better pizza in Vancouver. I don't know how old you are, Caleb, and you've been going back and forth, light side, dark side, etc., etc. You're radicalizing me. I'm gonna make this non-generational. I'm just gonna make it an internet versus normie thing. We have to normalize not every single meal being optimized to be the greatest possible version of the meal. I don't think that every meal should be Soylent and it should just be, hey, here's a complete nutritional profile, but bringing up any food and the first comment being someone online being like, you could have that food more optimally. Will society at large ever get sick of having the same conversation over and over and over? Like, I'm surprised, to be honest with you, that you ever eat. Because if you apply the logic to yourself that you apply to other people when they tell you what they've eaten, you would never be able to eat. You would just be going, well, but I could also add this, and oh wait, but I didn't make that myself. Are you really using store-bought this? And have you ever considered, oh, but that's not even a real maple syrup. Oh, but then you would be so much better with Manuka. You would never ever consume anything. We gotta normalize some meals just being good enough. That's good enough. Could it be better? Sure, we all know how it could be better. You're all subscribed to the same fucking YouTube channels. We all know how it could be better, but this is good enough. Caught. Have you seen the J. Kenji Alt Lopez grilled cheese? Brother, I'm not gonna do that. I need to eat. The stream finishes at 2. I want to be recording Isaac by 2:18, okay? I'm not doing this shit. I'm not getting 7 different types of cheese at the grilled cheese. It's not gonna happen. It needs to be done within 5 minutes so that I can spend 13 minutes eating it. I agree with you, but you also said you don't do ramen because you can't beat restaurant ramen. NBTL, I don't know where you live. At home, you are not beating Vancouver restaurant ramen, and I don't even live in Japan. So if you live in Iowa, maybe you're clearing the ramen at a ramen restaurant in Iowa, but we got some damn good ramen places. I'm not clearing them at home. It's just not gonna happen. They got the broth in the fucking kitchen. It's simmering for like days, man. I just don't have the capacity to do that stuff. That's their point. No, you've got 2 different arguments. You're misrepresenting my argument. The reason I'm not gonna make ramen at home is because the ramen at home is not good enough. Store-bought ramen is good enough. The ramen I make at home kind of sucks. The chicken potato I make at home is good enough. I'm beating Vancouver restaurant ramen. I'm so sorry. Arizona iced out. You're not. And I don't blame you. I blame the society that emboldened you to think that. I was talking about it. There's something about the Caucasian food culture is so funny to me because Caucasian people my age will simultaneously hold 2 very dissonant thoughts in their head. One thought is they will be like, the only person who can cook a food from a region of cuisine is a person that's from that region. I don't want to go to that sushi restaurant. That's not a Japanese sushi chef. That's a Korean sushi chef. I want to go to a Japanese sushi restaurant instead of the Korean sushi restaurant. And so they have this idea that unless you popped out of your mom's pussy in that country, you can't possibly compete with the best people making that food, which is insane. And secondarily, while believing that, anytime they eat an Asian food, they go, I should make this at home. It makes no fucking sense to me. It's so dishonest. They will literally be like, oh, that's a white person Vietnamese restaurant. I'm not gonna go to that. At the same time, I found a really good pho recipe online yesterday. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't make any damn sense. Home cooked is 1/5 the cost of the alternative? No, it's not. Like, yes, cooking food at home is cheaper. Cooking one bowl of pho at home to try to compete with the restaurant is probably like 4 times more expensive than a single bowl of pho because you don't have any of the fucking ingredients, okay? If you wanna break even, you probably break even at like a week's worth of pho. At that point, you're starting to get some alpha, don't get me wrong. You don't have ramen noodles? That's handcrafted small batch bait. I mog restaurant ramen, but only because I manage a ramen restaurant. But you are a ramen restaurant then. That's not, I get that, but I think you're actually saying that, before I villainize you, I think you're saying that in service of my point, so I'm gonna say based. I think you are saying, NL is so right, I am capable of mogging restaurant ramen, but only because I have all this insider information and perhaps access to other ingredients and stuff like that. We need your chicken potato recipe. No, you don't. And I'm telling you this, and I want you to know, and it's not you specifically as an individual. You as a collective of people on the internet are annoying about food. If I could give you one piece of advice to protect your mental health on the internet, if you have any position of import or influence, if anybody is reading the stuff that you are writing, treat posting a recipe the exact same way you would treat posting code. Know that when you're posting it, people are going to just go through and pick at it and try to find like the one thing that's wrong that you could change. I'm not like, they're cooking in their mind, hypothetically. They're like, well, if I made it, here's what I would do. I am, on the other hand, just sitting on my ass right now. But if I were to make it, you ever consider adding this, and this, and this, and this? You ever consider adding this, and this? Does your chicken potato beat Swiss Chalet's $8 chicken dinner? Probably not, honestly. Probably not, but it is pretty close. I don't think Swiss Chalet exists in the... I would put it slightly above restaurant, or slightly above meal prepped food. Below home-cooked food, and thus below most restaurants, but above meal prepped food. Yes, I agree. It's not hospital food. I know if you're saying it's hospital food, I know you have not eaten in a hospital recently, because the meal that we got at the hospital when we had our daughter, it was actually something out of like a Seinfeld sketch. Because first the nurse was like, make sure you only order as much food as you want, because like we don't want to give you more. Like it's actually a serious like budgetary concern. And then Kate was like, okay, I'll have 2 waffles and a single breakfast sausage. The waffles were literally, like, you know the size of Chex, the cereal? The waffles were the size of Chex. I couldn't believe it when it arrived. It arrived on a big-ass plate with a cloche on top of it, and then we took the cloche off, and there was a breakfast sausage that was like this long, and then 2 little Chex waffles next to it. And I went, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And they were saying, like, please, like, don't order more than you need. So my advice to you, if you ever give birth in British Columbia, order like 12 waffles in the morning. Not to mention, I was hungry, man, sleeping on that little mat next to the hospital bed. Your wife's in that cushy ass bed that's going like beep, beep. Hooked up to a bunch of like feel good machines. You're sleeping on like a mattress that's this thin next to the drafty ass window. Hey, can I hop into bed with you? No, I don't feel so good. Come on, man. But she gave me like the sausage, so I think it's fair. Susie Screw had a partner named Sasha, Thumper. I remember her number like the summer. It was her and Susie, yeah, they threw a slumber party, but you could not call it that cause it was slumber. Well, it was more like spending night, 3 in the morning, yawning, dancing under street lights. We chillin' like a villain and feeling right. In the middle of the ghetto in the hood, but in spite, although the bull S, we're on our backs staring at the stars above, talking about what we're gonna be when we grow up. I said, what you wanna be? She said, alive. It made me think for a minute, then looked in her eyes. I could've died. Time went on. I got grown. Rhyme got strong. Came back home. Fine little Sasha was gone. Her mama said she was a dude that was treating her wrong. I kept on singing my songs and hoping at a show that she would one day be standing in the front row. 2 weeks later, she got found in the back of a school with a needle in her arm, baby, 2 months due. Sasha Thumper. It's like that, yo. I love who you are, love who you ain't. You're so Anne Frank. Let's hit the attic and hide out for about 2 weeks. Bruh.